Berlin. Life in the capital is always speeding up, but right at the outskirts of the city, nature awaits. The region around Berlin is verdant green and crisscrossed by lakes and rivers. In the small city of Brandenburg an der Havel, a man named Bernd Helmers has turned his hobby into a career. An engineer by training, Helmers restores wooden boats and charters them to visitors. He still has a few secret tips. People know about the water. What's less common is how well suited it is for boat exploration, or how the water system is all interconnected. Boats like the Mary are allowed to be rented and driven without a license, and water tourism is growing all around Berlin. Motor boat tourism has been growing steadily, but in the last few years there's been a burgeoning interest in canoe tours, especially because there's also a growing infrastructure to support it. There are camping places, guest houses, and other kinds of lodges all along the water that can also accommodate larger groups. The numbers are impressive. There are 150,000 spots to moor boats and 4,000 canoes available for rent. There are more than 1,000 yachts for charter, as well as hundreds of rafts and even houseboats. These days, Bernd Helmers can make a living from his hobby. But even though he does well every summer, the rivers and lakes around Berlin never get very full. The region is simply too big and branched out for that. Thanks to the intricate waterways, Brandenburg an der Havel is a veritable gateway to the world. You could theoretically reach the entire world from here in Brandenburg an der Havel, taking the Elbe to Hamburg, or via the Oder-Havel Canal to the Oder and the Schächen Lagoon, or of course the Havel towards Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. It's basically an unlimited water system. To the North Sea and Baltic Sea, or across Europe to the Black Sea, it's all possible. Of course, Bernd Helmers would have liked it the other way around, to have the world as his guest on the water. I think that for foreigners it's actually unimaginable. Many people are perhaps familiar with the Baltic Sea or even Lake Constance, but I think that's about it. But now it's getting around, even abroad. There's something waiting right at Berlin's door. Around 700 square meters of watery paradise.